Hi guys, my name is Miller and welcome back to a new video. So update 2.4 got released today and that means
Update.
I can consider myself as a lucky one as I might have some nice extra Android footage. I must warn you though, as the quality of the footage might be lower than what you're used to on my channel, as Android does not allow recording to be as easy and as smooth as iOS does with an Untitled Capture card. But let's make the best of it. Hold tight, get a pack of popcorn and a beer or a soda and get ready, because this is gonna be the most detailed video on the update out there right now. To start off, the newly added season and milestone cars. First up, the Porsche RWB 993 Rotana, but with a twist. The car has been in game already for some time now as a paid car for the 70th Porsche anniversary, but now everyone will get a chance on getting their hands on one, but it will not be the same as a purple Star one. The season price car is this amazing spec with the quite special rims and the blue, and it just looks stunning. I absolutely love it. If I could go top 10 I would do it. Those rims are just so special and unique in the game. And the milestone version will be the brown with gold rims, which is kind of iconic. The milestone version is also expected to run a low 7.735, but keep in mind this is just the best tuned dyno, so it could well be faster. Also, the Purple Star variant record of the 70th anniversary for Porsche dyno is a 7.7. It must be noted though that the graphics on the car are backwards on one side, so I hope that gets fixed soon as well. Next up is the Maserati Granturismo MC Stradale, and it's the 2018 model. The Maserati the most have probably actually been waiting for to take over the reign of the almighty Ghibli in tier 4. I'm actually surprised it took this long for it to be added in the game, if I can be honest. The Purple Star variant that you can see here will just be a tad faster than the milestone car, which should be this yellow color, expected to run a high 11.983, which would make it rather slow milestone car, but you never know with the sub dyno or dyno killing options. In third and final milestone car for this update is the Spyker C8 Preliator, a new manufacturer and the second Dutch one for the Dutchies out there. This gorgeous car is no slouch in my opinion as well, with the season price in this grey expected to run a 7.6 range, while the milestone is expected to go for a mid 7.7. And in case you were doubting if it was Dutch enough, they even named it Dutch Orange somehow. Onto the prestige cars, and I'm kind of disappointed here. I wish I could pull some cars like we had with the Giulia, but no new ones have been added. I can't recall when the last time it was that not a single new prestige car was added. I understand you can't add cars infinitely, and for new people it's nice to get reruns, but with the expected cars being the Audi R8 V10 2016, which by the way is a great car and a tier 5 car, the Lamborghini Urus and the BMW AC Schnitzer M2, I really hope 2.5 might bring something bigger and something newer to make it a little bit more exciting. I must mention though that there are reports of new color variants being added in this update for all these mentioned prestige cars. Now on to event cars. So aside of the data miners out there, Natural Motion also shared a statement on their Tumblr page. In this statement there are mentions of various other cars added both on the free side and on the paid side. For the free content it comes down to a gold cup for the Lamborghini Huracan Performante, which for me is a yay and it's a nice car, and also new liveries have been added, new colors, correction. An Evo Cup for the Saint-Dizan Bugatti Chiron, which I have seen in Geneva and it looks amazing with the sky roof. Yes, it's a 4th Chiron version, but to me it's the best looking one just next to the Super Sport, so it's more of a collector's item really. I do hope that this time around with the red Chiron you will be able to actually participate in the event and not be excluded even though you actually have a Chiron. A third free event is a Duality Cup. This will be a new format which I assume will be reminiscent to the Formula Italia Prologue. You will have to use 2 cars in a series of races which I assume to be around 40 races, which will include relay races, sprint races and speed traps. The first Duality Cup will consist of the Jaguar CX-75 and the Aston Martin DB11, of which I assume the DB11 will become for sale for gold and Jaguar through 20 times drop rate on gold crates. The Tumblr page does mention gold keys as a reward, which for me is always a bonus. According to my man Kamich, who digged through the files, the lock-in order seems to be free, which is nice if you only have one of the cars and not enough resources to get the second one. The final mention of a Gold Cup car is a Dodge Demon, but that one seems to be scheduled for the 2.5 update. There were also mentions in the code of an Evo C10 Tiffany with Recos being listed as reward, though from what I've heard this is untrue and this will be a compensation for the top 10 crews on the 488 Pista Spider season mess up, which by the way should also be fixed by now, so any 488 Pista Spider that you pull from the crates stays gold and does not change to purple stars, and the ones you already had in your garage, which are purple stars now, they will stay purple star forever, so you have a nice story to tell your friends. Onto the paid cars. There is one flash event planned for the SSC Tuatara, a quite special car as well, and I hope I pronounced it correctly. But it's a pricey car for sure, as it will be a new manufacturer, and I surely hope it will not be as expensive as good looking it is. I kinda love the look on the back end, but the rims do throw me off. In terms of speed, obviously it will be fast as it's a flash event car, but if it's a dyno killer or not, it shows a 7.3 and it's not really that attractive. We'll have to wait and see how it pans out, but from a video that I've seen so far, it will definitely be able to run in the 7.1 range. Not sure if I should go on with the Fast and the Furious first, or because that is quite a big chunk, or if I should go for the 2.4.0 so-called improvements according to Natural Motion on their Tumblr page. I'll go with the Fast and the Furious first. So with the update we will get the finale for the flip car. In case you missed it, Hobbs and Shaw returned to the game and brought a rather special car with them, so you could flip off those hackers, pun intended. Back to the story now, there seems to be 3 segments in the file. The G3 main, which I assume is the following after G1 was maybe Hobbs' Heist and G2 Shaw's Pursuit. Then we have the flip car finale and then something called Legacy. The G3 main consists of a total of 6 entries again, like we had with the previous 2 events, with the listed cars being the Lamborghini Aventador, not sure if it's Liberty Walk or regular, the Dodge Viper ACR and the Veneer Supersport, which will all most likely be available for gold. Then for paid cars it will be Tej Subaru WRX, Roman's Murcielago and Brian's Skyline R34. On what the rewards will be on these 6 I have no idea. We already had the finale cars, so surprise me Natural Motion, maybe there is no finale car this time around if you use those 6 cars. I assume it will basically be analog to the other 2 events we've had in the past, where you could win the Ice Charger or the Charging Charger, and I do hope that this time loyal players are not excluded. Now the flip car finale. This will consist of 6 parts in total, with 5 of them having 3 cars mentioned, so I assume they're lock-in possibilities. The first set of 3 consists of the Mitsubishi Eclipse, Letty's Stingray and Letty's Rally Fighter. The second set will be between Shaw's F-Type, Tej Subaru WRX STI and Ramsey's Subaru, which alongside the Stingray got buffed apparently in the 2.4 update. The third set will be between Rowan's Murcielago, Rowan's Bentley and Hobbs Dodge Demon. Fourth set is the Skyline R34, S2000 RX7, oof, that's really some throwback stuff right there. And then the fifth and final set will be between the 2 Chargers, which are the Ice Charger and the 1970 Charger, and then the third car is the GTX. I assume this will be a 100 races event with 5 lock-in cars with these cars to choose from, but then again I have no clue really and this is all just a guess. Final price will most likely be the flip car and then a separate cup will arise for it out of nowhere. And to be fair, the flip car is a damn fast car, estimated at a 7.184 according to the dyno already. On all the pictures I've seen so far with the flip car, the city racetrack seems to be shown in the background, so I wouldn't be surprised if it comes back in the update as well. Now the legacy part. This one is interesting as it has some cars mentioned in the files no one has been able to dig up yet as an actual car, so I expect it to be rather for the 2.5 update than 2.4. The mentioned cars here are the Mclaren 720S, the Vorsteiner 720S and the Corvette ZL1, so maybe this has something to do with Shaw's 720S from in the movie. I haven't seen a trailer yet that shows the ZL1, so I'm not really sure. And second we have the mention of a Chevrolet Camaro F-Bomb from the 4th movie of the franchise, so an awesome split bumper Camaro. Yes, it's another one, but it's a split bumper which I love, so yeah. Third part mentioned the same Corvette and 720S, and then the final one, which is the most interesting perhaps, the Nissan 350Z. So we're gonna go to Tokyo Drift style. No, we're not gonna go that route over here. But yeah, it will come down to which 350Z. I assume DK's black one, and not Donkey Kong but Drift King, but you know, haha. And I don't think it's gonna be the gold one, even though I would be down getting the gold one. But then again, this seems more to be like 2.5 stuff. Talking about 2.5, something else that was found in the files is MIA, or Made in America. I assume a follow-up to the one we had last year with the CUDA Torque. In this list there are mentions of 4 slots and the list of the cars you can use is really big. Y'all ready? For the first 2 slots it's gonna be the Tier 3 Mustang, Rally Fighter, Pontiac GTO, Cobra 427, HPE 750, Jeep Grand Cherokee, Dodge Viper ACR, GT350R, Dodge Viper GTS, Snakeskin Edition GTC, Camaro ZL1 and the Plymouth Hemi Cuda. Almost all American Tier 3 and 4 cars I think. For slots 3 and 4 it will be between the Dodge Demon, Dirty 30, Venom GT Spider and also the regular GT I think, it was not mentioned in the list but I think they will both work. HS Customs Camaro, the Torque, Saleen S1 and Saleen S7 and also the Quinten Brothers Camaro. Quite surprised not to see any Vet in this list or the Tiffany C10, but yeah, we'll have to see what happens. Something else that was found recently was a file name called the Chevrolet Corvette Grand Sport Convertible, which will be a convertible version of the Tier 3 Corvette I think, so curious to see what that will bring. I think I got it all covered. Final 2 mentioned items and the code so far have been a Porsche-like event, 48 hours of something, and also the Jaguar Project 8, but no more information is given on those. Now that all is covered, the Tumblr page so-called improvements. So we got number 1, cost of running a dyno will be completely free, so basically you'll be saving 250 in-game currency. It's something small, it was useless, so it's understandable that they got rid of it. Number 2, this one I like. From 2.4 on, all components given from the Jerry's calendar from now on should go towards the car you're currently restoring. Now this is an improvement. Number 3 leaves me a bit in the dust. Duplicate rare imports will clearly be marked, making your experience smoother. Well, to make my experience smooth I would prefer not to have dupes in general, but of course if there were no dupes there would not be any game mechanics to be fair, so I did think of a nice feature though that I'd like to see. So imagine you open up a crate for 100 bronze keys and you get a stage 6 spot and it's a duplicate. I think it would be a nice option where you could pay for an extra 50 bronze keys, you would get guaranteed another stage 6 spot, but no guarantee that it's gonna be a non-dupe. You have to be reasonable in some way, you have to give and take. But just getting a second shot seems like a fun concept. Tags 4 and 5 are essentially the full rollout of the ad, speed up delivery times and extra cash we already had on some devices. I must say though on my both devices I don't have it to skip the time, so I'm not really sure when it will actually be triggered on. And number 6 is the addition of a plus and minus button for the people with fat fingers like me, which are very nice implementation in a tuning screen that is not bothering at all. And the final note notifies iOS users to update to 12.2 for the best player experience. It's nice they're implementing fixes, though I think I'd rather see some bigger fixes, some bigger items to be fixed instead of these minor ones. And also I prefer to see a bit of more communication as it feels a bit dull at the moment, to be honest. Once in a month or once in 2 months, I would prefer to see more updates more frequently. To close off, nerfs and buffs. As of now the only report of buffs are Letty Stingray and Ramsey Subaru. How much I have no idea. The P1 and the P1 GTR have received a nerf according to multiple sources to a low 7.7 I think it was. This is just a minor change, but if it improved drivability I'm kind of okay with it. I will have to see what it really is. The Tier 3 Shelby Cobra 427 SC and the Rally Fighter seem to have gotten a buff as well. So does the Shelby Gt500. The Tier 1 boss, both 1-star and no-star, seem to require retuning, but it is not known if it's a buff or another nerf. Also for those that didn't know, the Shelby didn't have the option to even open the hood to show the motor in 2.3, but now it should be there and it looks amazing. I think I got it all covered as of now. I will be a little bit late and not immediately on the update train as I want to sleep first and wait to see others' reaction of it up till now. If I missed something, no doubt you guys will be putting it down below in the comments. I'm gonna close off here. You know what to do to leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to join the almost 20k rich army. My name is Mille. Gab, ba, sao, and keep racing. That was some Vietnamese today for you guys.